Hello, Gun Nation. Big Johnson coming at you. All right, this is an ammo grab. This is 3 days worth of really not even trying. And here's what I came up with. And I've got a super funny story with some of this ammo, how I was able to get more ammo at the same location. So stay tuned for that. And also, I want to know, how is ammo in your area? Are you having a difficult time? Is it starting to get more plentiful? Let me know what state you're in and how ammo is there. I'm very curious. I'm sure others are too. So this will be a good talking point for all of us to find out. And if you've got information on some ammo of places that have it, others can see it if they're in your area, and we can kind of start this little, community thing with helping each other out. So all of these grabs were from academies. So if you don't have academies in your area, I'm super sorry about that. Academy right now seems to be a really good place. It's still reasonable prices, not crazy like what I've seen at some places. You go in some places and for a box of 50 round FMJ 115, it's like $40, and it's like, holy shit. But let me know in your areas. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff helps the YouTube algorithms, and we'll get into it. So I was in Amarillo, as a lot of people who follow me know that I travel a lot. So I'm able to go to different locations, and I travel 5 states. If there's Academy nearby, I'll go in and check it out. However, I'm not the guy that will wait in line for 5 hours for them to open the door. I do not do that. I pull up. If they're open, and I just walk right in. Or if there's people walking in, maybe if I catch them early in the morning, then I'll walk in with them. But I'm not waiting in those freaking 50-mile long lines that I've seen. But here we go. And also, just so you know, I'm not a hoarder. All of this ammo is mine. I will shoot it. And what I do is I buy ammo like this, so I just don't have to go into my deep stockpiles. But I always want ammo. I always want to be able to shoot. And who the hell knows what's going on with Bobo's shit that he's pulling. So I just want to make sure I've got plenty of ammo. But here we go. All right, the first one was in Amarillo. So here's the receipt. And there's a really funny story about this one. And it was basically the Browning. If y'all haven't seen this is the Browning, and it's the 124 grain, 150 rounds. And I do prefer 124 grain because that is what I carry as defensive ammo. So I like to practice with 124 if possible. I can shoot it all, but this is what I prefer. It's all brass. And they have a 2-box limit. So I was able to get that box and that box. Well, prior to this, when we went into the store, I was already, people were walking into the store, so I walked in with them, and I didn't wait outside at all. And then, but when I went back to the ammo section, that's where they kept it, they kind of had it fenced off, and they were only letting one person in the whole ammo aisle at a time. And I'm like, what the hell? So there were like, I don't know, 6 or 8 people in line. 2 older gentlemen were right there behind me. We were just shooting the shit, talking about ammo, that kind of stuff, never knew them. And like I said, I don't know a stranger. I conversate with everybody. Some people don't talk very much, but these 2 guys like to talk. So we had a great conversation and everything. As I was getting these 2 boxes, I was already outside the fenced off area. And he was like, hey, he goes, what's the deal with this? Why did you get this? And I said, well, you get 124 grain. You get 150 rounds. It's a 2-box limit, so I would rather get 300 rounds than 200 rounds or 2 boxes of 50, which would be 100 rounds. So this gets you the most quantity. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, I noticed he picked up 2 of those also. So anyway, we were walking up to the register. We were shooting the crap, still talking and stuff. And he goes, hey, meet me outside. I want to ask you a question. So I was like, okay. So I paid for mine. He paid for his. We went outside. And we were kind of the left of the outside of the academy door chatting. And the other guy was standing there too. And he said, do you shoot a lot? And I said, yeah, I actually shoot a lot, and da-da-da-da-da. And so anyway, he said, well, I really don't shoot a lot. He said, I was getting my truck serviced across the street. And I decided to just walk over and see what they had. And that's kind of what brought me in here. And then, started chatting with you guys. And that's why I bought the ammo. He said, I really don't need it. He said, do you want to buy my 2 boxes from me? And I was like, sure. How much do you want for it? Well, I thought he was going to try to hit me with a price gouge. I really don't know the guy, even though he's a nice guy. I don't know him. And he goes, I'll sell them to you exactly what I just paid for them, which was $119.05 after tax. So I was like, sure. Well, anyway, grabbed two Benjamins out of my pocket, and I said, do you have change for 100? He said he didn't. But the other guy, the other older guy, goes, I do. He pulls a freaking bank bag that he had wedged in his back pants between, like the small of his back. Had it wedged in there, and he pulls it out, unzips it. This guy has like $6,000 cash in there. So he broke my 100. I gave the guy $120. Anyway, so I actually walked out of that store with another 300 rounds. So that was one grab right there. I was very thankful to get it. I thanked both the gentlemen, shook their hands, super nice guy, went on my way. Well, the next day I was leaving Amarillo. I think it was the next day. Yeah, it was the next day I was leaving Amarillo. And there was an academy there. I had to stop and get gas, and there was an academy in the parking lot. So I was like, okay, we'll go check it out. So I went in there, and I can't find the receipt. I went in there, and here is Winchester. They had the 45 auto 230 grain 100 round packs. So they actually had two of these. There was no line. I just walked in there around lunchtime and grabbed those two boxes. So far we have, this is 300, so that's 600 rounds of 9mm and 200 rounds of 45. Well, I stayed in Wichita Falls, and where the hotel is, right around the corner, there's an academy. Well, the next morning they opened at 9. So I pulled up there. They were starting to let people in the door. There was probably a line of about 13 people. They were already letting them in the door. So I was like, well, okay, I'll run in there and see what they have. So I didn't physically wait in the line. I just walked in the door, went back to the ammo department, and was able to get this. So there's that. Winchester 9mm. It was $34.99 a box. These are the 100 round box. They look like a damn butter stick of butter. But 100 round box of the Winchester 9mm 115 grain. So there's that. And here's the other one, because it's a 2-box limit. So right here in 3 whole days of not even really trying and lucking out with, of course, 300 rounds of these, but there's 3, 6, 7, 8. So it's 800 rounds of 9mm and 100 rounds of 45. So it can be found. Like I said, I'm not waiting in the 5-hour line or, all that crazy shit. I'm just going to get the ammo when I can get it. Are these the old prices that we used to deal with? No. But right now, dealing with like 5/11 of 2021, these prices aren't too terribly bad from what I'm seeing other places. So lucky to get this. I will be shooting this, so I don't go into my big stuff. And there we go. So videos are coming. I'm shooting. Hope y'all are too. But let me know down below, how is it in your area? What state are you in? Is it horrible? Is it good? Let us all know. I know that we would really appreciate it, and I love to hear the input from other states. So I appreciate y'all so much. Remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.